Hey guys, welcome to the Brick Brethren channel. My name's Hunter, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Death Star that just recently got unveiled on the LEGO website, and I am excited to show you it. But what I'm going to do for this review is give you more of an inside look of what's on the LEGO website, kind of talk about my opinions, and see if this is really a set worth the $1,000 since this is the most expensive LEGO set of all time. Alright, so looking at the LEGO website, we now officially have the Death Star pictures. I know this has been rumored since I think January or February of this year, but you know, rumors are rumors. You never know if it's true until, you know, LEGO drops this giant set on us. But it's got 23 pictures, so let's go through each of them. I'm going to do more of an up-close look. We'll click on the first one. So here we've got the Death Star, and it shows the whole interior of, you know, the Death Star. But you'll see that there's multiple scenes, and from my personal, I guess, view of this, I see this as a giant diorama set. You'll see that down here on the bottom left, you've got the trash area where Luke and Han and Leia almost died. I'm pretty sure C-3PO was in there as well. No, C-3PO was not in there. Chewbacca was, I'm pretty sure. You also have this area where Han Solo's running away from the stormtroopers. Just a lot of iconic scenes in this set. I mean, the Death Star is probably one of the most iconic sets, or I guess things in Star Wars lore. So right here at the top you also have Emperor Palpatine's throne room, which is cool. Looks like they've got Luke Skywalker going against Darth Vader, and you've got some of the Palpatine's guards right there as well. So I mean, this looks pretty cool. I will say one of my favorite features of this set is if you look down at the bottom, like the middle bottom right area, you'll see that there is Vader's shuttle right there, but you also see you've got stormtroopers. But the best feature is this is like where they'd be landing the Imperial ship. But on the outside, you'll see a white spot and a couple white spots. This is supposed to be space, so it looks as if it just landed and, you know, got done with its little trip in space. So I thought that was pretty cool. I also do love this area with the beam. It just looks really clean. And then also on the bottom, you'll see that there is a plaque. You've got Jyn Erso. I'm going to just say Jin's dad. I am spacing his name. And we've also got Krennic right here. These are the two guys who pretty much helped with getting this plan of the Death Star to actually happen. But Jin's dad was not bad. If you've seen the movie, sorry for the spoiler. So here we've got the box. I don't think it looks that bad, to be honest. I will say I really wished LEGO would do more, I guess, cooler boxes instead of just a black box. It's just kind of boring. I mean, I've got, you know, a couple sets like Rivendell and, you know, Barad-dûr and just other sets that are just black boxes, and it's just kind of boring. I kind of like their old school things that they did in the 2000s and the 2010s where we had more of a designed box. But you'll see here it is black, but you'll see that there's some red going around the Death Star. And in case you didn't know, this is not going to be a complete sphere, which I'm not a huge fan of. When I heard of this coming out in the fall, I was really excited until I heard it was just pretty much a pancake. So, not that it's a bad set, it's just I think I would have preferred more of a sphere. I even thought when I heard that it was a pancake that there would at least be side paneling on the other side, so you'd kind of get like half a Death Star, and no, it's just flat on both ends. Going back to the box, you'll see that there's the minifigs all at the top. You've got a side view of the beam. I'm gonna just call it the beam. And then now you've got another side picture of this beam. I think they did great. I really do love that the beam looks as if it's actually shooting to destroy a planet. It looks really cool in my opinion. Now going over the minifigs, I'm pretty sure there's 38. Yeah, let's see. It says it on here. Yeah, 38 minifigs. But this is pretty crazy because I'm pretty sure this is the most minifigs we've ever gotten in a set. But you've got a couple of varieties of the same characters, varieties of the different characters, or the same characters. You've got 3 Luke Skywalkers. You've got him in his like Tatooine outfit, him disguised as a stormtrooper, the black outfit, which is my favorite outfit from Return of the Jedi. We've got Princess Leia in her iconic outfit from the first movie, or New Hope, and then we've got Han Solo, and Han Solo is also disguised as a stormtrooper. Chewie, Obi-Wan, which I'm not surprised we didn't get a variant of him. This is a big controversy. We've got C-3PO right here, but C-3PO is not, I guess, yeah, he doesn't have a dual molded leg, which a lot of people were not happy with. I know other sets that are cheaper have included dual molded legs and for C-3PO, and there is no dual molded leg, which you'd think for $1,000 we'd maybe get the same type of quality, but I'm not too upset about it. I don't always think dual molded legs are the most important thing, but I will say for $1,000 set, I would expect dual molded legs on pretty much every one of these minifigs. So that's a little disappointing. We've got R2-D2. We've also got, gosh, why am I spacing his name? Tarkin. There it is. We've got Tarkin right here, Darth Vader, Palpatine, one of these new minifigs from the movie. I'm pretty sure they're in Return of the Jedi. There's some like Palpatine's like counselors or whatever you want to call it. And then just a bunch of other cool characters. We also have Krennic, Jin's dad, which this is the first time we're ever getting him. A couple droids, the stormtroopers, you know, these aren't anything special. They're the exact same stormtroopers you'd get in the newest Lego Star Wars sets. And really, it looks like we've got a couple people who are part of the Empire as well. But I honestly will have to say that Astromech droid's pretty sick. I think they did a great job with him. This looks like a variant, or a different variant we've never gotten, so I think that was pretty cool. And we also have, this is from the Skywalker Saga, it's the Beach Stormtrooper, so you'll see he's in his swimsuit, he's got his little six-pack and a helmet. This is the first time we're ever getting this minifig, so in perspective, there are a couple minifigs that are going to be more, I guess, hard to get because they've never been in any other sets. Like, I doubt we'll ever get a Beach Stormtrooper ever again. Also, Jin's dad, I really highly doubt we'll ever get that. Same thing with Palpatine's, like, counselor. Correct me if I'm wrong, I just don't know the name of them, or whatever their name is, but we've got that person right here, which I doubt we'll ever get in any future sets, or it'll probably be a long period of time. So then we've got the Imperial ship, which this is a small version. So I know the 2020 version that came out was a downscaled version of the Imperial ship, but this is even more downscaled. I mean, they wanted to include this so you could include it in the docking area of the Death Star, so I'm not upset that this is small. It's just kind of what you expect, but it looks pretty good. I don't think it's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I love the Imperial ship, but I think it's just pretty generic. There's nothing special or unique about it. But it is cool how you can get more scenes with the Imperial ship in it as well, where you've got the Counselor, Palpatine, Darth Vader, saying, I guess going up to Palpatine and, addressing him like he does in the movies. I do think it's cool that we've got the Stormtroopers where you can line them up against, the space area, but also by the Imperial ship. It just makes it look more authentic like the movie, and it kind of reminds me of Disneyland. I don't know if you guys have gone to Disneyland, but there's a ride called Galaxy's Edge. I'm pretty sure. I'm a Disney fan and I'm spacing it, but there's this ride that you can go on that has like all the stormtroopers from the newer movies all lined up, and this is exactly what this looks like, in my opinion. Now going on to the next thing, we've got a scene where, Luke is witnessing the duel of Darth Vader and Obi-Wan, and I think that's cool. I mean, yeah, it's exactly what you'd think it'd look like. We also got this control room where, Han Solo and C-3PO are in. I think it's cool. I really wonder how many stickers are going to be included in this set. These all look like they're stickers, so I don't know, but I'm assuming there's probably be a handful of stickers, and I'm sure there's some printed pieces, but looks pretty good for a control room. We also have the trash compactor room. And it looks like we've got this little, trash monster in there, which I thought was a cool little thing they added. I don't know if you've seen the dioramas, but we do have a trash compactor diorama, which this looks pretty identical to. It's actually more smaller. Keep in mind that each of these rooms is going to be smaller than what you'd see on the big screen, just because there's no way Lego could ever make a minifig scaled Death Star just because of how big it is. They can make it, but there's no way they'd put it out on the shelves, because that'd be worth probably $20,000, maybe $30,000 for how big the Death Star is. It's just, and nobody has room for that. Here we've got the room where, I was gonna say Padme, but her daughter, Princess Leia, is in one of the chambers getting interrogated by one of these droids, the probe droid. I'm pretty sure it's the probe droid. But I thought that was kind of cool. You see it looks as if there's like a needle right there, because she's going to get, kind of tortured by Darth Vader. What a great dad. Next up, just another, kind of scene you'd see in New Hope. A lot of this Death Star really just is from New Hope, because you only see the Death Star in New Hope and in Return of the Jedi. So, and I think you honestly see more of the Death Star in New Hope. So a lot of these scenes are from that. Now we've got the giant view of what this actually looks like in person. And wow, this set is huge. It is probably got to be one of the at least tallest sets. I'm pretty sure I would think Barrador is probably just as tall, or maybe taller, or a little shorter. But this is a really tall set. Again, this is not a sphere, so on the other side, I don't know if there's a picture of the other side, but this is what it looks like. This is how you display it. It's completely just a giant diorama, in my opinion. But it looks cool next to this guy, and for $1,000, I don't know if I would consider this a $1,000 set, but it is pretty cool looking. Here is another reason why I know it's not like a sphere on the other side, is because this is against a flat wall. So the other side is just going to be for mainly just putting it against the wall so you can display it easier. I do understand why Lego kind of did this instead of a sphere, because most shelves don't have enough room to put a sphere in. So you kind of have to have a table, and, putting a sphere next to a flat wall isn't really easy depending on, how big your shelf is. So I see what their point of view was with, building this set and trying to make it unique. But again, I would prefer a sphere. Here's all the minifigs again displayed on a little display plaque or whatever you want to call it. Again, 38 minifigs is pretty cool. For $1,000, if you're a minifig fan, you're getting the most minifigs you could ever get in a set. So if you love minifigs, that's definitely worth it. Yep, here's a in-person view of what the Imperial ship looks like in hand. It is small. I'll be honest, I don't really like this set. And it's not because it's a bad set. I think this is a really good idea. I think it's cool what, Lego's trying to do, but I'm not going to spend $1,000 on this, because it just seems like I could buy all of these dioramas already. You already have the throne room diorama, which honestly is bigger than this. And, I don't really need a Death Star to, in my opinion, at least show that I love Star Wars. I can buy all the scenes, which is in the dioramas, which is a lot more affordable. But, if I had $1,000, I still and I do, but it's just like, I know I wouldn't be spending $1,000 on this because there's just so many other sets that I think are worth $1,000, or at least I can get more sets that cost, you know, $1,000 and I'm getting more than just one giant set. You've got this little discussion room with Darth Vader and Tarkin and all these other people. And then here's another view of it against the wall. I mean, it is massive. It is a pretty big set. And I didn't mention it earlier, but this set has 9,023 pieces, and it is for ages 18 plus, so, you know, adults welcome, but also kids welcome. If you're a good builder, I mean, definitely buy it if you want this set. But for 9,023 pieces for $1,000, I know a lot of people go based off of, you know, the price to piece ratio, but I honestly think you're getting a lot for $1,000, so I don't think it's overpriced. I just don't know how many people are actually going to go buy this due to it not being a full sphere. Again, we'll go back to an in-person look again, or, you know, more of an up-close picture, I should say. But yeah, here it is against the wall. And then here's the other side of the box, which I will say this is the best side of the box. I love that left side just because it shows the Death Star in a cool, you know, view instead of just making it black on the side. The back is cool too, but I wish they actually just added these colors, this blue and red, around the entire box instead of just black, because I think it would have made it look a little bit more enticing on the shelves. Especially from a marketing perspective, I think most people would find a more colorful box to be a little bit more intriguing to at least go look at and see if it's really any cool or not. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy this. It comes out on October 4th. There is a gift with purchase that is coming out as well with this. Let's click on it, see what it does. Okay, well, we'll just go back right here and just look at it. But this is the gift with purchase. You're getting a TIE Fighter, which is definitely very downscaled, as well as, I mean, it needs to work in this Death Star, and so of course they had to downsize it. You get a couple stormtroopers, and you get the pilot, and then you also get this like kind of bay, like landing gear stuff. I don't really think the gift with purchase is anything special. I mean, I heard it was going to be a TIE Fighter, and you know, rumors are rumors, so I'm never gonna go off of a rumor and say like this is going to happen. But when I found out it was a TIE Fighter from Lego coming out with it, I just kind of thought it was a little, I don't know, it's just not unique in my opinion. Sorry, I need some water. I just think that with a TIE Fighter, we get those every year. We get an X-Wing every year. We get an Imperial shuttle almost every other year. I mean, I don't know what they could have done, but I think they went with a safe route for a gift with purchase, but I just don't see this as like, oh, I'm going to buy this set because I'm getting this gift with purchase because this is so exclusive. Well, really, TIE Fighters aren't exclusive. With other UCS sets, Legos come out with the exclusive lightsaber handle, and, you know, that's exclusive to me. So when it comes down to a TIE Fighter, I'm not jumping out of my seat like, oh my gosh, I'm getting this completely exclusive set that most people aren't going to have and I'm so special. No. Almost every Lego Star Wars fan on this earth probably has a TIE Fighter or two. Let's be honest. So I don't think it's anything special. I honestly think it's kind of hideous, but it's not the worst thing I've seen. It's just it doesn't look like a TIE Fighter in my opinion, and it's because it's small. So I take it back. It's not hideous. It doesn't look great. So yeah, that's my view on this set. I'd like to see it in person. Like when I go to the Lego store in October, I'm expecting it to be displayed. I mean, it would be intriguing to see this in person, but for $1,000, there's just so many other sets I'd spend $1,000 on, and I don't know. Like, I think I would have preferred more of a sphere, and I know I would have preferred a sphere. Even if it was smaller, I would have preferred a sphere. But I think the best the best Death Star to ever come out was actually the 2002 Lego Star Wars Death Star. And the reason why I say this is because it is just so cool looking. Like, I love this because it doesn't fit anybody in it, which I'm fine with. Like, I'd rather just have this on display. I don't know why this isn't loading, but I'd rather have this on display than a play scale Death Star. And I know this one's bigger than the other play scale Death Stars that we've gotten in the past like this, but I just don't care about all the scenes because we've got dioramas. We've got other Lego sets that, you know, are trying to do or show you a scene that's in the Death Star. And I would rather just buy a giant gray ball. Make fun of me, but like, I think it looks cooler. It looks more accurate. And I am OCD, so like when it comes to minifigs in this Death Star, it just kind of looks a little cheesy in my opinion. But I know people like play scale things, and I just think for UCS, it doesn't necessarily always have to be play scale. Like, just give me something cool like this 2002 Death Star, because I'd rather have this on display, and I think I'd be even more stoked to tell my friends, hey, I've got the Death Star. And I think if you were to show this to your friends who aren't really big into Star Wars, they'd probably think it's the Death Star, but like, it just looks like a bunch of scenes, like, or just a bunch of rooms. So yeah, I also am interested to see how many cells happen with the Death Star. I mean, this is really the biggest set of all time to ever come out from Lego, but also the most expensive Lego set. And this is a very, very risky move by Lego, because Lego is expecting probably a lot of cells. And when you're putting this down for $1,000, you're kind of taking a gamble that I hope this works out, because if so, we can market more Star Wars sets for that much money. I'm not a fan of how expensive Lego Star Wars has gotten, and I know it's because of tariffs, but I mean, for $1,000, I can't even fathom spending that much on just one Lego set. So yeah, I really am interested to see how well this does on the shelves, and you know, I could see it go either way. I could see this be, you know, bought instantly, and I can also see this sit on shelves for a year, and Lego just kind of takes the L and, you know, learned their lesson. But I hope it does well for them. I'm a huge Lego fan. I never wish, you know, Lego sets to not do good. I know there's always, you know, the intentions to make fans excited and happy with what they get. So yeah, it should be an intriguing statistic to look at, just because if this does sell, don't expect Lego Star Wars prices to go down ever. Like, $1,000 is where they're gonna try to, you know, see how much more money can we get out of you guys, because it's a company. At the end of the day, they're gonna try to make as much money as they can. Yeah, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. Comment down below your thoughts. Let me know if you guys think you're gonna buy the set, or if this set is really worth $1,000. Like, I would love to hear what you guys think, because this is such an iconic Lego drop to, you know, witness in our lives, because this is, I never thought I'd see or hear about $1,000 set ever. So yeah, comment down below your thoughts, and always subscribe. Gosh, I'm just rambling at this point, but subscribe to the Brick Brethren channel. It means a lot to us. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers at the end of this year. It would mean a lot to me, Dallin and Ian, just because we're trying to become Lego ambassadors at some point, so we can actually give you more of an personal view of these types of sets. But yeah, every type of support with comments, likes, and subscribing to our channel always means a lot to us. So thanks, guys, and yeah, enjoy.